Hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and are you sure? Okay, I'm up. I've been, resting for the majority of the day, per God's instructions. He wanted me to stay indoors because he alerted me to a setup going on to once again try to have me attacked in some way. I was just sitting here and processing how far God has brought me. He has brought me from a mighty long way. Mighty long way. And I have experienced a lot of things in life that other individuals would not be able to stomach, and that other individuals would fall apart if they went through it. And even though I've been through all that, so much more, right? You have people out here in this world that will see you, be threatened by you because you've got it all together, but not knowing what you had to work through, go through, deal with, and learn from to get to a place where you're healed and trauma-free. You never forget. You never forget what you've been through, but you can move forward with the right attitude, move forward, onward and upward, and treat people the way that you want to be treated. Not everybody can do that, and not everybody does that. And you have some people that have not been through a damn thing in their lives. They have not suffered any trauma, have not suffered any kind of pain, have not had to deal with any kind of frustrations. They've had a silver spoon in their mouth all their life, and they look at somebody else and see somebody else has their shit together, looks better than them, has better attitude, has a good job or a career, and is doing it for themselves, and then they want to throw things at that person to try to make them stumble and fall and crash out, all for a giggle and a laugh and a ha 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 and a kiki session. I had a parent that the last conversation I had with them, and I knew when I had the conversation with them, that was going to be the last conversation I had with them, where there was going to be an exchange between us. God told me that was going to be the last conversation that we had, where there was going to be an exchange between us. And he wanted me to know that after I had the conversation with him. Because after the conversation, God let me know, you see, you shared information with him. You gave him information, vital information, truthful information. You opened up to him. You were vulnerable with him. And he laughed in your face, basically. He came back at you with sarcastic comments and or things that would make you angry and or make you feel some type of way. Now, one of the things that this parent said to me was, you didn't even finish college. But what he didn't recall when he said that was the reason why I did not finish college was because this parent set me up to be physically assaulted and raped while I was at college to derail me from going to college and becoming successful and excelling not only in college, but in a career of my choosing, which was music. You know what else this parent did? They pawned and or sold my violin. They pawned and or sold my guitar. And then when I came back, because my grades suffered, because I experienced a traumatic experience, which then drove me to drinking more, sleeping more, smoking more cigarettes, that I basically was on suspension. So when I went back home, they wanted to then restrict me to being stuck around the house. They didn't want me to have any life. They didn't want me to go and see friends. They didn't want me to go and be social or do things or whatnot. They wanted to keep me trapped so they could continue to beat me up. They wanted me to go to church so that church members could see me as a failure and that they themselves had done everything that they could. They did everything that they could to sabotage me. That is just one, I'm going to say, snippet of what I've been through in my life. You want me to share something more with you? I'm going to share another little tidbit. My parents had always known, and or through my so-called friend in high school who attached himself to me to get information from me and to also make me feel some type of way. My parents knew that I wanted to get married. I wanted to have children. But I was homosexual at that time. At least I thought I was homosexual. No, it wasn't homosexual. But those desires and whatnot started years ago in my youth and my adolescence, prior to meeting this guy. And this guy was placed into my life to bring that out of me further. What then ended up happening was this guy rejected me. He thought that I wanted to be with him, but no, what he was doing was he was playing on my emotions, playing on my feelings, to make me think that he wanted me, that he liked me, that he was interested in me in that way, which made me open up and share with him more. But in all actuality, I was never interested in him. He wasn't my type. I was into older guys. So, my parents, they arranged for me to meet an older guy. They set that up. And I was attached to him for 2 decades. This guy was a narcissist as well as a pedophile. And I did not find this out until prior to his death. And after his death. I was also informed by him that he was a warlock, which is a male witch. So our whole encounter, meeting, and so on and so forth, that was set up, that was staged, arranged by my parents. I'm going to leave it at that. I just heard the song by R.E.M. Oh no, I said too much. No, I didn't. I said just enough to let you know that there are some people out here in this world that have been through a lot of traumatic shit in their lives. And they didn't take themselves through it. It was somebody else that had a hand in setting them up to be attacked, to be traumatized, to go through things. And then these same people want to come back and throw in your face, oh, well, you didn't do this, or you didn't do this, or you didn't get here where you wanted to be. You want to be a musician. You want to be an artist. You want to be, you didn't do it. Yeah, because they set up all different types of roadblocks in my way to keep me from doing it. Intentionally. And why would they do that? That's a very good question. Why don't you think about it? It's the same reason why you have people out here in this world that are on the outside looking in on somebody else and what they've got, what they're doing in their life, how successful they are, they're happy, they're upbeat, they have a good attitude, and they're pissed off that they don't have the same. On the outside looking in, wanting what somebody else what somebody else has, but does not want to go through what that person went through to get to where they are today. Isn't that sad? It's all sad.